right, hi you guys. So I just did a video just talking about my financial woes, okay, and what's been going on. So with this video, we're talking about how I plan on budgeting with no income. Right now, my short-term disability is up in limbo. I don't know if it's going to get approved. I've been out of work for a month and a half now. There's been no communication with the insurance company. I sent them over documents for a second time, but the actual document that they needed for the first time, and it's just been a back and forth, but now just no response at all. So we'll see what happens, you guys. I don't know if I'm going to have a job after all of this. If not, I'll always have something in the works, okay? I'm a single mom. I have to take care of what I have to take care of, okay? And I try to be prepared, but what we're going to do right now is just talk about my income, not my income, my bills for this first 15 days of October. So that's how I budget, because with me at my job, I would get paid $17.50 an hour, 20 hours per week, and I would get paid semi-monthly. So that would be on the 15th and the last day of the month. And my paychecks are around usually $650. So what I like to do is break down my bills from 1st through the 15th and then the 16th through the end of the month. So for rent, we will be doing $420. Now this is the amount that I pay. The other half of my rent comes from somewhere else, which I don't disclose, but just know that this is half of my rent that I'm going to be paying myself. My Capital One Large will be $16, and that is just for Netflix on my credit card. Now, I do want to mention that I am credit card debt free. I do put like some bills on my credit card, so like this one is for Netflix. This one for my Capital One small credit card, that's for my internet service. Discover is for like my son's Xbox Live membership. Our gym membership, one for me, one for my son, and also Amazon Prime. So we're going to do $16 for that. And then Dominion Energy is going to be $83. Now, with Dominion Energy, I am on like a fixed plan. So they review it, I believe it's like annually on my account. So this amount, when they do another annual review, this may go up. We shall see. But for right now, it's been consistent at $83 since like a couple of months now. So that right there is $519 for my fixed income expenses for the first half of the month. Now we have to move down here because we do have some expenses, which are variable expenses. So we're going to do pay number 1. Even though we're not working with any money, but we're still going to put it down because this would be pay number 1. I usually get my son's allowance out the way with in the beginning of the month. Gas will do $40. So we still have $80 in there. For right now, we have actually, I think, $83, excuse me, in our gas account. My son is at a full tank in his car, and my car is at like a half of tank as of right now. So right now, I will put this at 0 because you guys, we're working with no income. Food out, I will put that at 30. Laundry, I will put that at 20 for this paycheck. Now I will say we already have $20 already. But just in case if I needed do any washing, I would rather just put 20 aside. So we'll have 40. House items, I like to get that out the way with because this paycheck for the first month, for the first half of the month, is my lower bill things. So house items, I like to get that out the way with. Do I feel like we need anything right now? No, but I'm still gonna just put 30 in the budget. And maintenance, I do want my son to get a haircut, to get like edged up and a little bit of a cut down, because it's kind of long, like really long. But we'll see about that. But I do want to put 35 aside for that. So I have my calculator right here, and let's just calculate. So we already know my let's calculate my variable expenses. So we have 50 plus 30 plus 20 plus 30 plus 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that's $165. All right. So if we do 165 plus the 519 that is up here, plus 519, we need $684. So give me one moment. We need $684. So here we have a couple of options. Now, if you guys are just checking in for the first time, you guys will know I do have an emergency fund. Okay, but this right here is just a savings. Okay, it is a savings that I knew, as me being part-time, I would not have, you know, the full amount of money to cover my variable expenses throughout the year, or any, you know, unexpected things that come up, like car repair or things that may need to be bought. I knew that my for the most part, my regular paychecks at work, which goes around for the month 1,300, covers my fixed expenses. That's most important to me. Okay, but for my variable expenses, we can get, you know, we can get by on variable expenses, change those up, you know, make adjustments. But this is where this comes into play when I don't have enough of income to cover like my variable expenses or any out-of-pocket expenses that was not budgeted for. This is what we have left in there, $3,381. Now, what I'm debating is this. Let me show you guys something. Now, you guys know I like to be prepared, right? So out of this, I do have a savings for rent, like a backup for rent. So what I ended up doing here, as you guys can see, is that my rent account has $687.75. So I was debating if I should use this rent money versus digging into this. But you know what? What I'm going to do, just to keep it simple and not digging into that extra money, that account was extra money. Okay, that's not included in here. That's not included in my emergency fund. That's strictly just for emergencies for my rent. Okay, now of course rent is in this paycheck. Not in this paycheck, it is in here, but because we still have this money, I think I'm just going to go ahead and I'll do pay number 1, and we're going to take $684 from there, you guys. Oh, it's really dwindling down, I'll tell you that much. Oh my goodness. So let's do this. Let's clear this out. So we have $3,381 minus 684. So we'll have $2,697. 7. Now, if, okay, that's a big if I do get approved for short-term disability, obviously they will have to reimburse me. When they reimburse me, I'll just put it back into the savings, okay? So we'll see how this all plays out. But for right now, this is what I'm going to do. Once again, this is separate from my rent savings that I have that I showed you guys. This is different from my emergency savings. This right here was strictly for me being prepared to work a part-time job, knowing that it was going to be, you know, lower income because I am working part-time. And yeah, so I have, you know, a backup, you know, which is I'm very fortunate to have. I will say that I don't just do things just because I want to. Me working part-time, that's something I wanted to do for myself. I wanted to do that for a year to 2 years. Obviously, the 1 year mark is coming up. Do I feel like I can still do it? I do, you guys. But if they stop, because I think President Biden mentioned that it's no longer considered a pandemic. Okay, the pandemic will be ending in October, I believe. So I don't know if, like, Virginia has been giving out the full amount of our emergency EBT, which is the emergency food stamp allotment. So for me and my son, we've been getting what, $465 per month for food stamps. So we've been getting the full allotment. Without it, with the increase, because I would have been eligible for only $25 per month, with the increase that came through on October 1st, that has increased to $50 per month. So if they do stop that emergency allotment, we do have quite a bit of food stamps still saved, because you guys, I will talk to you guys about that in a different video. Just because you get something for free, still budget out, because you never know when things will change. And we'll do a different video about that. You guys know I like to be prepared because anything can happen. I've been in debt, okay? I got out of debt twice, okay? And I don't want to go back into debt. So I try to be prepared. And we'll talk about that in a different one. But this is what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to get by and budget with no income. We're just using this money that I have forecasted with my income tax return to last me through the end of the year. So technically, it depends on what happens with, you know, my second paycheck. Would I get a paycheck on the 15th of October? Who knows? If not, hopefully this will last us to the end of the year. I'm not worried about food at the moment. I do have to think about if, you know, they stop the emergency EBT, that's going to shift things for me, right? So that's going to shift things drastically. But you guys know, I know how to shop on a budget for my food. But once again, I'll talk about that in a different video. So far, so good, you guys. I'm not stressed one bit. I'm not stressed one bit because it's not worth my time. And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a different video. I do want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know, how's your budgets doing? How are you guys doing mentally, emotionally, financially? Leave me a comment down below. You guys, it's always something. It's always something, and I'm just happy to be in the position that I'm in. No, it's not always easy, but you know, you take it one day at a time, and yeah. All right, you guys, I will talk to you soon. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.